Allegedly, the official name, at least over here, for shopping carts is Bascart, like basket plus cart, and I don't
Ah,
get it.
uh,
I don't like it.
that sounds
It's
like
weird.
that sounds like they're trying to make the Japanese language work in English. Because
Maybe.
the Japanese does this a lot with English words, where they make portmanteaus, and they just become their own thing. Like kombini is portmanteau for convenience store.
Ah,
Well, it's not the portmanteau that time. It's just the shortening, but yeah, shorthand.
interesting.
Yeah, and then I forget what other, but there's a couple like that. Oh yeah, the Japanese word for freaking electric outlets is consento. Because it's a
Ah,
concentric outlet, I think, or something like that.
right. Nifty.
Yeah, every week I'm teaching you more and more Japanese that you will not remember, not remember, because I use it like improperly anyway. Like I know some vocabulary, Japanese vocabulary, but I'm very bad at grammar. And I haven't been actively learning Japanese for like 5 years, even though I've been saying I have. I mean,
Yeah.
I've tried. I'm just lazy. So like, you know,
There
if I
was actually. Go ahead.
go ahead, like I can finish later.
Okay, there was actually a time where, when my dad was in the military, we were actually going to be stationed in Japan, or supposed to be, keyword. So they wanted to send us or ship us over to Japan. It was supposed to last
Yokohama.
about 2 years, and that ended up falling through, which
Ah,
really sucked because everyone wanted to go. So there was a time when we were sort of starting to learn Japanese, but I never got very far anyway. I think my sister, one of them, stuck with it. I don't remember which one. So somebody here knows at least a little bit of Japanese.
I mean,
Of Japanese language,
if you remember like the basic rules of grammar, you probably know more Japanese than I do, dude.
which I do not. I know a few words, or previously knew a few words in Japanese, but I was never good at picking up on other languages.
Ah,
I can read a little bit of Spanish, and but if I hear Spanish spoken out loud, I can only pick out like one or two words that make sense to me. So, if you were to speak Spanish in slow motion, I might be able to understand it. But other than that, nope. I can only sort of read it,
I mean,
and
if you
I
want, I can
can.
start speaking all of the Spanish I know in slow motion, because you're gonna have to listen for long. Biblioteca. That's about it, really.
Yes, I love it.
I will never have to look for a library ever again. No, I also love Bank. Oh, I Bianco, I think. Is that white?
Blanco.
Blanco. Yeah, Bianco is Super Mario. Yeah, I know 2 Spanish words.
That's not terrible. That's more than some people.
Okay, no, that's a lie. I just remembered I know how to cuss in Spanish. Hey. Somewhat.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah. I mean, all I need to do to be accepted by the Latin American community is just call people pinche cabron. I don't. That one I actually don't know what it means. I just heard it a lot.
I'll be honest, I don't know what it means either. I'm in the same boat. I don't know what it means. I've heard it a lot.
All right, more card packs for us to do an opening one. I'm gonna do that thing that some Pokemon freaking card pack streamers are doing, where if you pay enough money, they break the card pack before they open it. So if there's a good card in it, then you can cry that it's ruined. I actually remembered how to do the gameplay mechanics this time. The journalism is wearing off. Yeah, I'm in a weird spot with languages because I tend to pick up on them fairly easily, but I only actually like remember parts of languages that I like, which is why, despite despite having like some sort of official governmental papers that say I know how to speak German, I actually don't, because I fucking hated German. I got the papers. I actually took the test because I really liked the home teacher who was like German focused in high school.
Right.
But like I only learned German so I can take the test, and then literally as the test was done, I deleted all of the German I knew. It took up too much space.
See, the thing I've heard is that learning a second language is hard, but once you do that, all the other languages come a lot easier. But the thing is, a lot of languages are derived from one of two locations. There's, the Latin types of languages and the Germanic types, which I believe English is Germanic, and then you've got, I think Spanish is derived from Latin.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like learning two Latin-derived languages is easier than learning a Latin-derived one and then a Germanic one. I'm not sure how that works. I was terrible at learning any languages, so I would not be the expert on that.
The thing you notice with stuff like that, Pink, is that like if you know enough of the whatever those languages derive from, or even if you just know the word in one language and a similar word comes up, that's the thing, it's similar. You can look at the word and go, hey, this sounds like that, so it probably means the same thing. Because it's just the same word that got metamorphosized different in different ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, like...
Yeah. And that's definitely a thing, because there's definitely Italian words I was able to figure out just because I knew some Spanish. And those are very similar.
Yeah. I'm in a funny spot though, because like English stole from everyone, and Hungarian does not resemble shit, at least anywhere near me.
Yeah.
Because it's an Ugric language. So yeah. I don't even know where Ugric is spoken, if it's spoken at all still. Like
right.
it's somewhere near or in Russia, but that doesn't really narrow it down now, does it? Like
not really.
That means it can go from France to China. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, so that like maybe if I actually looked up what Ugric like sounds like or something, I could notice some similarities. But then like I've forgotten more about Hungarian than freaking I'm supposed to, I think, because I use English a lot more just because I like English better.
Yeah.
Because there's this thing with speaking languages that I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I've heard from multiple people who are multilingual, where your personality changes depending on what language you're talking or you're speaking currently. So like the way I like even though I don't change as a person necessarily, the way I speak or the way I express myself can change depending on what language I'm speaking.
Now that is interesting.
And enough to seem like a change in personality, because I'm a lot more forward and freaking like, I don't know, like a lot less shy, I guess, in English.
Ah.
And I mean, it also doesn't hurt that y'all are here usually whenever I record stuff now, because I'm also even more like outgoing and stuff like that whenever y'all are around me.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you want, you can go and watch the Ghost of Tsushima playthrough, and I whisper compared to how I talk normally whenever we record.
Oh yeah, that's natural. I think most anyone would be a bit more boisterous when they're with company. I think you've seen a couple of my solo videos, and I'm definitely more quiet and reserved in those, because there's no need for me to be boisterous. It's like, I'm just sitting alone in a room with a television. Who am I trying to entertain? Uh,
Yourself.
Kind of the world if you think about it, but when you're just sitting alone in a room, you're not really hyped up as you usually are if you're with somebody else.
Yeah. But yeah, like I have also noticed that like it going entirely against what the language needs of you, or I guess the freaking the culture around the language, I suppose, more so. But yeah, like I speak like a fucking punk in Japanese on purpose.
So until they arrive, the race is postponed. Please stay inside your homes while we manage.
Well, yeah, I mean, I need to go the other way. But yeah, like you know, freaking the little shy me. I always shit on myself and stuff like that. The freaking pronoun I use myself in Japanese is oresama, because that's the most annoying one to use. Oresama, like sama is like basically calling yourself lord.
Aha.
Like it is the honorifics that you need to look at. Like there's chan, there's sun, there's sama, and then there's probably others that I don't remember. There's always others that are domo. Domo is lord, but domo isn't usually used when you refer to yourself.
Aha.
Like people, freaking domo is lord proper. But usually when people who either would expect to be called lords or actually are lords refer to themselves, but they either use no honorifics, or if they're that far stuck up their ass, then they use sama. Which is why I do it, because I think I don't know, it's funny to get on people's nerves sometimes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, we got a third freaking guy watching the playthrough, Mr. Zircon.
But why?
He's here to co-commentate, but he doesn't actually hear us, so he's actually commentating on the game unlike us.
Casual journalist gameplay here.
Yeah.
Got enough bolts for the Groovatron. Come see me.
Alright, you deal with that, Mr. Zircon. You do you, dude.
I might have to bolt out of here in about 10 minutes.
Alright. I'll try to get to somewhere where cutting off won't be freaking weird.
No problem. Whatever the next stopping point is, we can end there. I'm
Alright.
not in a big rush.
Okay. I mean, we just need to clean this place, and then the door opens to where I went initially, I think, and that's when the stopping point is.
Alright.
But if I keep up the journalist gameplay, then it's gonna be hard.
If we keep up the journalist gameplay, the casual journalist gameplay, it's gonna be a while. Could be another hour.
Yeah. Or 3.
Or 3.
Alright, just stand in the supermassive black hole. Can't hurt me, for some reason. Okay.
We're supermassive black hole resistant. Thank you very much.
It's under one of them free powers, I'm telling you. I don't remember what I need to do. Or where I need to go for that matter. I may need to do platforming, and that's scary. Alright.
Platforming, our worst enemy.
Okay. That makes it easier.
Attention residents of Blackwater City. In lieu of a
Okay.
we've released a whole mess of extremabots.
Alright, we still need to save the city. Or whatever we need for the thing to actually open up. Alright. Hey, Pink.
Yeah.
You like this weapon, I think. We'll see.
We shall see.
Oh,
Wait,
yes, this.
instant dance party?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It didn't kill him.
It
Dance
didn't
more.
kill him.
Dance more. Alright. I may have helped the dance party a bit. I don't really have I don't really have the time to wait for the freaking mass hysteria to kill people. All right, there's no more dancing.
No time for dancing.
How many more freaking... Oh, those are robots, right? Extermibots or whatever they call them. How many more dancing robots must there be before you cease?